This is my old drawing, and today I'm going to redraw it on a paper and see how it's gonna look like in Photoshop. So, after finishing the drawing on the paper, I think this is the GOAT.
Stop.
What the hell, producer?
Yo, it's the go-to, not the goat, man.
Oh yeah, right.
Let's continue this freaking bullshit video. And
Action! So here we are back into Photoshop. First thing first, starting with scanning the lines. Making the same lines, kinda, so we can paint behind them. As you can see, I'm adding more lines, so it will add more details to the subject. And hey, do you struggle trying to find something to draw? I got you, buddy. Don't worry. Now, look at this. I made this 12 years ago. Do you think it's a cool drawing? Hell no. Do you think the new one is gonna look good? Hell no.
hopefully.
So, to come up with such a cool and interesting drawings, it's all about just sketching and drawing whatever the heck you want. And of course, you can't come up with cool ideas without having reference images and inspirations. And in my case, it's my old drawing. Even though it's not the same, but it will definitely help. Here, I wanted to practice more on coloring and drawing rather than stock images. This would be more challenging for me to make it look dope and detailed. And I think I made a good deal choosing purple and yellow. They look cool. So by the way, I worked on this piece twice. The first one was a huge failure. Why? Because I was making it more realistic, so somehow I started with darker colors, and that was the mistake. Sometimes when you start with a very dark color, with a dark background, you end up adding a lot of highlights to make it look normal. Especially if you are adding shadows to the shape to look more realistic and 3D. So I started again because I wasn't happy with the result. And that is okay. Not every piece you make is gonna look great, and sometimes you don't have to trust the process because it's a scheme. Anyway. If you want to see the result of the first one, make sure to watch till the end. So starting with the head, I rushed immediately to search for a stock image that matched the perspective of his head. But nope. I realized that I just said that I'm gonna practice on coloring, so here I am, adding shadows.
Oh yeah!
I made an overlay layer so that will darken any color underneath instead of picking every single color and make it darker. Adding shadows alone took me forever. I really can't believe how adding shadows can make a huge difference, and what's funny is that in the first one, from the beginning I was adding highlights, but in this one, highlights was kinda the last thing. And here, I thought why not to put some mountains far from the main subject, even though I didn't add that much details. And also to the ground, because I wanted all the focus to be on the subject somehow. Now it's time for the fun part, which is glow. And I wanted to add some blood on his tongue and others dropping from his mouth to make him look like he ate someone. He lived under the ground and he eat people. I made the blood a bit darker using the hue and saturation. And with some highlight, they look cool as heck. I added some details here and there, and that means this piece is done. So here is the final result versus the old one. The new one is way better. You can't even compare them. The old one is more dark, less vibrant, and the light was coming from the bottom. kinda. And to me, of course, the new one is way better, even though I think it could have been better. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this process with me. See you next time.